We are back with another Discord speed build challenge where I take your ideas right now during this recording and build them right now during this recording. Why am I pointing at my microphone? This microphone is not the recording. We're gonna get to it right now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is ScrapMan bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic. And as you guys know, this is the Discord Speed Build Challenge where I take suggestions from you guys live in the Discord. If you are not a member of the Discord, check the link down in the description so you don't miss out on stuff like this. And also just the great scrapper community that is there chatting on a day-to-day basis. Now, while we wait for these suggestions to come in, I actually built a custom map just for this speed build challenge. So if you look around, we have a nice wide open flat area, which is going to be really great for actually doing the builds in. And then depending on what these builds are actually going to be, we've got a decent selection of terrains to choose from. Let's just take a brief fly around over here. You can already see that the middle section is surrounded by a track. And that'll be good for if we have anything that goes fast and we want to see how fast it goes. We have a nice little race course to go on. And then in the middle, I put a couple little jumps. We got a rock jump right there with a little valley in it. And we got this rock jump over here with a little valley in it. And then I think we have all of the more fun major terrain pieces. We got the new one over in this corner. Each corner has a big terrain piece. And then we have some of the larger terrain pieces in the middle here. So we got the large mountain. Not the extra large mountain, the large mountain. We got that little place with the cave down there. On this corner, we got the canyon, of course. You cannot have a custom terrain map without the canyon. The canyon's just so much fun. Even if you don't use it, it's good to have it there. We got the banks with the mountains here. Some trees over to the right, just in case we want to get stuck in some trees. You gotta have the trees. It's not Scrap Mechanic if you don't get stuck in trees. We got the quarry thing. And the half pipe, and I think that one to the left there is the big cave with the cliff ramp going off of it. And over here we have the mountain range, the classic mountain range from the Suspended Mountain Base series. And of course we have the ski jump. If we're gonna build something that jumps, we gotta have the ski jump. And just for kicks, I put this little one over here that has the small little rock jump, even though we're probably not gonna use that. All right, so that should give us enough time to let you guys get some of those suggestions in. Let's go ahead and check out what we got to do. All right, the very, very first suggestion, which was like immediately after I actually typed in this message here, is a flying floppy slice of pizza. Nathany, the Dapper Scrapper, has made the suggestion. Who here likes pizza? If you like pizza, hit the thumbs up, because we're gonna make a flying floppy slice of pizza and see what that even means. Now, I gotta be honest, it's the floppy part that's gonna make this a little bit tedious to build, but I'm gonna try to do this. Now, this is not gonna look great by any means, especially considering this is the quick build challenge, which means we don't spend a lot of time on things, but I think we're gonna just use this as the guide. This is going to be the crust. We're gonna make a metal crust, and the reason why we're making a metal crust, I will let you guys know in a minute. All right, so now all we need to do is just build our actual pizza. So I think if we just do it like this, we should end up with a triangle eventually. Now, the only thing is we have to think about where to put our floppiness. So I think every couple of rows here, we're just gonna put a bearing, and we're just gonna use that for the next row. So that should give us some floppiness, right? I hope I have the right idea here. Now that I'm looking at this, I feel like this is tapering a little bit too quickly. Yep, it's tapering a little bit too quickly. We're gonna have to double up. So we're gonna go 2 layers before we taper in. So what I mean by that is we're gonna go 2 like that, and then we're gonna go 2 like this. There we go. And then we should be able to taper in here. So I think this is the formula. So now this piece should be floppy on its own. And then we just add another piece of flop right here. 1 bearing equals 1 flop. Yep, so then every 2 layers, we add another flop bearing. So I think there's our slice. So now if we put it off the lift, how much flop do we have? Look, I think it has flop potential. It's got flop potential. Maybe not as much flop as I would hope for, but it looks, I think for this crust, we just need a little bit more on that side. Okay, so now the reason why I put the crust like this the crust is metal and the rest is wood is because we're gonna have to make it fly now, which basically just means attaching thrusters to it. And I want it to actually go kind of straight up, so what I'm hoping is that this metal here, having these layers of metal on the other side of the thrusters will offset all of this wood, so that way it'll stay relatively centered as far as the center of gravity goes. But I'm really not sure what to expect for that. That looks centered to me, and I'm literally just gonna, oops, that's the wrong seat. You know what, we just gotta put a button on it. That's all. You know, you know what? I know what to do with the buttons. Blep, blep, blep. Buttons are pepperoni. Pepperoni buttons. There we go. We're gonna have to paint this thing. Is that too yellow? I don't know. Is that too light? Well, too late. Already committed to it. So then the buttons are gonna be kind of red like that. There we go. And I feel like we should have like a little bit of like sauce lines in here. That the sauce is gonna peek through the cheese. I feel like the cheese is too white. You know what? Different places do pizza different ways. This is a scrap pizza. This is gonna be the scrap pizza. And then the crust has to be brown, of course. There we go. Now it's looking like a pizza. So then we can just hook all these thrusters to a single switch here, and then hook this switch up to the seat, and we should have a flying floppy pizza. Look at it's not that floppy. It's got some rigidity to it, but you know, oh, whoops, I just realized this paint job did not go very well. Let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. And just a little bit of sauce accents in here just for aesthetic. All right, are we ready? Are we ready for the floppy pizza? How centered do you think this gravity is going to be? I don't know if it's What happened to our pizza? What happened to our pizza? What is this? Our pizza is a very big fan of geometry, apparently. It's a geometrically well-versed pizza here. It likes its right angles. All right, so apparently the weight of the metal was not enough. Unless we move the thrusters to the inside. One thing I did not do was max out the power of the thrusters, though, so we still have that option. So we're just going to put those 3 there. We're going to put those 3 there. Connect them all up to the button. And max them out. This was the key step that we missed last time. When in doubt, more thrusters. But before you get to there... Yeah, whoops. Before you get to the more thrusters, you first have to max out your thrusters. Here, let's put this lift just to even it out. Look at the... Look at the floppy. Look at the flop. Well, we have your floppy flying pizza, okay? Well, the flying isn't done yet. But ready? Here we go. Floppy flying pizza. Okay, now the metal is too heavy. The metal is now too heavy, apparently, but it's flopping. It's flying. Oh, no. It's collapsing in on itself. That was kind of disturbing. All right, I switched up the thrusters a little bit in hopes that it's going to make the weight a little bit more even. I'm worried we might be slightly back heavy this time, but we're going to find out. All right, and here we go. Hey, that's a little bit better. If I time it... Uh-oh. I'm not timing it very well. It's flying. We have a floppy flying pizza. I don't know what happened to the tip. The tip kind of broke. Now it broke a little bit differently. This is probably not the floppiness you were imagining in your head, but it's working. We got a floppy flying pizza. This is probably one of the more ridiculous builds I've done in the speed build challenge. It like implodes in on itself. I feel like it's like just like in a black hole, just in complete implosion. All right, well, that was fun. Let's not spend too much time on one build. This is the speed build challenge after all. Let's get on to the next suggestion. All right, Alpha Nina Gamer here actually has an interesting suggestion that I kind of just want to try out for science. A seat that makes you spin super fast and then get out and be launched really far. Now, I'm pretty sure that exactly what he's saying doesn't quite work, but it inspired an idea that I think is going to be fun to just play with. All right, well, first things first, let's try his idea. So what I'm thinking is we're going to have a metal pillar here. We're going to use wood on a bearing. Just like, I think that's going to be good enough. We're going to have a small seat. We want it to be kind of light. We're going to use an electric engine because it has higher torque. We're going to hook the electric engine up to that bearing. And you know what? We might as well have a switch on the seat just so we can activate it when we're already in the seat. So we just attach the switch to that, attach the switch to that. We're going to put this on max power. We're going to hop in the seat. We're going to hit it. And now all we have to do is jump out at the right point and hit. Oh, we didn't jump out at the right point. Get in the seat. All right, ready? And hit. Whoa! Whoa! I think we just completed it. I think that was mission accomplished. This was not what I had in mind. It actually worked way better than I thought it was going to. Come on, get back in the seat. Get back in the... Oh, Whoop, get back in the... E. There we go. All right, ready? And... Huh. Well, apparently I got lucky. I can't do it again. At least I did it once, right? Nope, that's not working either. Come on. Whoa, there we go. Okay, that was actually a pretty decent launch. Okay, so this wasn't the idea that I was inspired to do. This was actually just his idea, and by the looks of it, it worked. Wait, why? There we go. It's weird how creations need to update like that now. All right, on to the next idea. Blitz Shark here says a firework, and I have an idea that I want to try for a firework. Everyone has different ways to make fireworks. I just thought of an idea that I want to try out and see if this works. In my mind, what a firework means is it shoots up into the air and then it explodes. Now, there's nothing that explodes in Scrap Mechanic, but we can stimulate explosion by sending particles everywhere. So there's a certain method I'm thinking to send particles everywhere. So this timer's gonna go there, and I think the button can just go on top. We're also gonna have some lines going out in all these directions. And I've decided to replace these thrusters and put them a little bit lower. And this is going to allow me to expand the surface area up here, which will be useful for what I'm about to do. And it'll put the center of gravity a little bit lower, which will make it easier to stay stable as it flies up into the air. I'm also going to use a little bit of logic here, but I got to make sure everything's even. So I'm just going to put 4 logic gates on here, even though I think I really only need 1. So now this logic gate is going to be hooked up to all of the upwards going thrusters, and this is what's going to make it it's not going to just stay up and shoot up in the air. It's going to fall back down after it actually explodes, with the air quotes. All right, so now I'm going to do a test run just to see, is this enough thrust to get it to go up, and how much? Okay, so after 2 seconds, it should come back down. Well, that was a stupid experiment. Well, apparently I didn't hook something up right, so we're gonna go find that thing and bring it back here. Well, I think it went... Oh, I think I see it. You gotta love using logic when you've actually never really been trained in it in any way whatsoever. Oh, there, I found the issue. I was supposed to hook up the switch to the timer, so now it goes off when the timer is there. Okay, well, that was the issue. All right, well, I guess we'll just continue the build over here since we're here. So now it should, after 2 seconds, 1, 2, it should come back down. Good, excellent. All right, so now we're gonna add the next step. So after that 2 seconds is up, these are going to go ahead and trigger. Now these have to be on max power because we're really gonna want this thing to spit out its contents. All right, so I'm gonna save this thing really quick just in case we're not able to get it back. All right, so now it should go up after 2 seconds. It should spin really, really fast and come back down, but it's gonna keep spinning, but we should be able to catch it. Pew! Oh, look at that. That is great. Now, like, we gotta catch it. Oh, no, this is not good. We've made a Beyblade. We've made a Beyblade that we're Oh, here it comes. Oh, no, it's gonna go away. It's gonna go away, isn't it? Oh, that thing is deadly looking. All right, I need to create a cancel for that. Oh, it's coming. I'm gonna catch it. I already catch it. Get it. Oh, I got it. I actually caught it. Woo. All right, so I think I may have hooked this up right. So now when I press this button, I don't know what's gonna happen. We're just gonna hope it comes back down. It goes up. It spins. Turn off. It turned, uh-oh. Oh no, it's gonna cycle back and forth constantly. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're not getting that back. All right, you know what? I've just determined that this is the speed build challenge. It doesn't matter if we can get this thing back or not. We're just gonna go with this. It's gonna go up, it's gonna spin, and it's gonna keep spinning and then fly around the map, just like the other one is probably still flying somewhere. But now we just need to actually get the firework part down. So this is my plan for the firework part. These are going to be deletable pieces. And on top of these pieces, we are going to use the pipes. And just to make it a pretty firework, we're just going to color a bunch of these pipes, some vibrant colors. All right, so now we're going to save this as our firework. Go ahead and place the firework on the launch pad so it has a flat place to take off. So now here's the plan. All I got to do is delete these. When I press the button, this thing should go up in the air. I hope it goes straight enough for those 2 seconds that these things don't fall off. And then after 2 seconds, those other thrusters are going to activate, spinning this thing wildly. And these wooden pieces are going to basically push them out from the centripetal force. And they're just going to fly out in all directions, I hope, and create a firework type display. We only really get one shot at this. I mean, actually, no, we don't, because I saved it on a lift and we can just respawn it again. ScrapMan's first ever attempt at a firework in 3, 2, 1. It's off! Apparently, the version that I saved did not have the completed logic set up for the timer and things. All right, well, that's not a big deal. We just spawned this thing in, and I just gotta hook whatever I hooked up again. Oh, which was this. I just had to connect that to the switch. That was all I had to do. I'm an idiot. All right, time for take 2. You know, this is I'm gonna say take 1. This is the real first attempt because this is my first time doing it the way it was supposed to happen. Let's just see if my idea actually... Really? This firework suggestion is turning out to be a little bit more than I anticipated. A little bit more work than I anticipated. Is this hooked up correctly? All right, this is hooked up correctly. We gotta do this quick. All right, 1, come on, 2, come on, 3, and 4. And now we just gotta press the button before everything falls and go. Come on, work, 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 work. It totally worked. And now we're never gonna get it back again. Firework Beyblade. That's what this thing is. Oh, we might be able to catch it. It might come back this way. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. Can ScrapMan catch it? Oh, he's not going to catch that. Okay, never mind. I'm going to say mission accomplished. We are not doing that anymore because we have so many stray parts on the map now. Let's go back to the middle, get to a flat section, and see what the other suggestions are going to be. Venrix here says a swing set. That sounds like a nice quick build idea. That'd be kind of funny. Let's do it. Put a button, attach it to there, attach it to there. Everything's on max power. We go ahead and put it off the lift, hop in the seat, and press the button. Woo! Oh, we didn't weld it to the ground. We didn't weld it to the ground. This is what happens when you don't weld your swing sets to the... Oh, this is like a stupid vehicle. Looks like we found a stupid vehicle. I don't even know what number. I've made so many stupid vehicles. If you haven't seen the stupid vehicles playlist, if you're that new to my channel, I have a whole series of stupid vehicles I made that they get you around, but they don't do it in the most efficient way. And this is definitely kind of meeting that qualification. Except it's missing one thing. There's no intentionality here. I cannot actually intentionally get myself anywhere, which is kind of the purpose of a vehicle. So it wouldn't technically be a stupid vehicle unless I could control it somehow. Let's try this again with actually being welded to the ground. All right, here we go. We just hop in and we press the button and we have a swing set. And you know what? Similar to what I think, was it alpha? I think we could maybe do the whole jumping out of the spinning seat thing with this. Ready? 3, 2, 1, now. All right, that didn't really work, did it? I will add that to our collection of ridiculous creations over here. I probably still have the Beyblade thing flying around somewhere. All right, let's see what else you guys got for me. Sean Tank 36 here says, build a car that walks. I think that actually sounds like a pretty fun idea, so let's give it a try. Now, if I wasn't doing quick builds, you could actually do some pretty cool stuff with a walking car, but this is the quick builds challenge, so I'm going to try to keep it pretty simple. I think I'm going to use metal, because I think having a nice, decent weight to it is going to be kind of useful. So let's first build the basic shape of our car. There we go. So there's a basic shape. All right, so now the tough part. We're going to have to make some wheels happen. But not only are they going to have to be wheels, but they're also... Wait, is that right? Did I do that right? Yeah, not only are they going to have to be wheels, but they're also going to have to be walking wheels. So first things first, does the tire... I think the small tire should fit perfectly right in there. Perfect. So we're definitely going to do this. Okay, now we're going to have to put some extra ones there and there. And then on the outsides over here. Now here's where stuff gets weird. We're going to make legs for this walking car. So these are the actual car wheels, but the wheels that are attached to the body are actually the walking mechanism. We're gonna have to make this roof a little bit higher. It's gonna look a little bit weird, maybe. Need that sweet headspace. Yeah, it looks a little... This is gonna be the most ridiculous car ever. All right, so now we need a controller. Now if you're gonna do something that walks, you're gonna wanna use controllers and not engines. And the reason for that is because engines they don't keep the bearings in sync with each other. So the bearings could get out of sync, which would make it really difficult to walk. But controllers always keep the bearings in sync with each other. So now these controllers are going to be attached to the wheels that are on the body, and they're all going to go blue forward. And it has to be looping 360 degrees. And we're actually just going to attach the controller straight to the seat. Don't know if you guys knew you could do that, but you can attach controllers straight to the seat. We're going to attach the steering to the seat as well. And now we're also going to need an engine, which we can put right up in here. And this engine is going to get attached to the wheels. Just like that. Oh, and also the seat. Don't forget to attach your engines to your seats. So now if we turn it up, we should be able to do a quick test run and see if this works. You know what? You also have to attach the these empty bearings here. You need to attach the controller to them as well. So now these actually have to go in the opposite direction of the wheels. When you're building a walker that has 2 points of rotation here, they have to cancel each other out. So you need to make sure that your bearings are spinning in the opposite direction. So now we should have a walking car. And it even turns. This actually feels really smooth. Surprisingly smooth. Now let's see if we can make it walk faster. Before we... what's it doing? It's on its own. I'm not doing it. This car looks so ridiculous. All right, let's paint it. Let's paint this thing. All right, so now it is on max speed for walking here. Whoops, I missed a few paint spots. I'm also going to turn the engine up a little bit. All right, and here it goes. Walking car. This thing is the most ridiculous. Like, this is a good episode of interesting creations. Oh, turning is another story. We've had some crazy, wacky creations. I mean, the firework was pretty cool. It actually worked. The firework worked. And we got this crazy walking car. This looks like a cartoon. This looks like a cartoon character here. You know, I have to say, I think this is probably one of the top speed build creations for me as far as, like, my favorites go. This is thoroughly entertaining to watch. What do you guys think? Let's go ahead and try this jump over here. Oh, this is not gonna work. We can hardly even go straight. You know, I'm starting to realize that, as genius of an idea as a walking car is, I'm starting to think the practicality of it might not be quite up to par with society's standards. They wouldn't understand. They just wouldn't understand. I don't think the world is ready for the walking car yet. Not yet. Let's get on to the last one. Shout out to Bjorn Yorn for also suggesting firework. I already did it, but hey, I guess your suggestion counts too. You know what? Legion Z Gaming here has a really interesting idea. Kind of on the Christmas theme, even though it's past Christmas, but you know, it's holidays still. There's a new year that's coming up. It's still the winter holidays. So Legion Z Gaming says a chimney that if you go into it, you get thrown out of it. And I think this is something that we can actually do. I'm actually going to use the chimney that we used in the gift launcher challenge. If you didn't see the gift launcher challenge, this was a multiplayer Monday where our goal was to build a vehicle that could launch gifts into this chimney here. So we're going to modify this chimney to make it launch you when you get into it. So that means we're going to have to delete some of this wood. There's a lot of wood in this chimney. I don't know why there's so much wood in this chimney. You know, these are in the way too. Actually, you know what? Let's just delete. We're going to make a little bit of a pathway in here for us. There we go. Then this floor is gonna get deleted. All right, so now we have a hole in the chimney floor. So we have to add a little bit of depth here so that we can stack a few pistons on top of each other. And then this last piston is going to line up with the rest of the hole here. All right, so let's just set the speeds. We're gonna set them to like, I don't know how high the chimney is, but let's say if we set each one to 8 and max speed. All right, so now we just have to fill this thing with sensors. So we're just gonna hook all these sensors up to this OR gate. And that should mean that no matter what, if any of these sensors trigger, then that OR gate will trigger the pistons. All right, so now we just hook up the OR gate to all 3 pistons. And now we should have a chimney trap. Let's just go ahead and paint the floor so that it looks a little bit less conspicuous. All right, so I hope this works. So now, for whatever reason, you just happen to want to walk into a giant fireplace, you're going to be met with quite the surprise. All right, here it goes. And woo! That actually works. It works. It totally works. We're jumping out of the chimney. All right, well, that was pretty successful. Let's see if we can... Okay, let's see if we can land on top of the snowman. Ugh. Nailed it. All right, well, I'm going to do the outro here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Remember, if you want to be part of future speed build challenges, check the links down in the Discord below. One of them is to the Discord. Go ahead and join. Chat it up with the fellow scrappers about anything really, the channel, games. Now for future speed build challenges, I don't really announce them because I don't know when I'm going to do them until I decide to do them. Your best bet is just the more you're in the Discord, the more likely you're going to be here when the speed build happens. Now my suggestion, if you want to get your suggestions selected for the speed builds like these challenges, is I'm really looking for things that will be entertaining to build, but also not too complicated. Some of you make some really big and elaborate complicated suggestions, which for a speed build challenge, I can't spend the entire episode on just a single build. So simple ideas that would be really fun to try out and see are the ones that are most likely to get selected. Well, anyway, let me know which one of these builds was your favorite. Did you like the pizza? Did you like the swing? Did you like the seat thing? Did you like the Beyblade firework? The chimney trap, the walking car? I mean, I think I like the walking car. So comment down below, let me know what your favorite was. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss future gaming content like this. This has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.